Hi everyone, welcome to Swiss Dynamics. This is the second video of the Cherry program. This mission didn't reach the mission goal requirement to be seen as a full successful mission, but rather a medium successful mission. Reasons why follow, but first I want to talk more about the construction of this engine. This time I used more tape and paper to ensure that I can get as much data as possible after the test. In the Cherry 2 there was no Armstrong powder, rather a mixture of some centimeters of fuse, which ignited the propellant, which is purely sulfur-free match heads that have been worked into a powder. Mistakes in the construction. There were many flaws during the building of this motor, such as fuel leaks. This is because the powder isn't moistened and formed like dough into a burn shape. The nozzle was poorly designed and caught fire, which, by the way, I completely didn't understand at the time. This wasn't actually supposed to be the nozzle, just some medical tape that ensures that the fuse would stay in place, which brings me to the next flaw. Fuse rupture. The fuse has a fine powder which sprayed all around the tape, which made the tape not so sticky anymore, and the fuse got loosened, but the motor still fired. Some powder fell out during construction, and I ran out of match heads during that time and had to leave it as it was. I wasn't convinced that it was that critical, but it was. The fuel was lying on the bottom of the fuel tank and not fully stuffed as it should be. Also, the fuel ignited too fast, which probably leave it as it was. I wasn't convinced that it was that critical, but it was. The fuel was lying on the bottom of the fuel tank and not fully stuffed as it should be. Also, the fuel ignited too fast, which probably brings me to the last flaw. No thrust. There was no thrust, probably because the nozzle or pinhole wasn't tight enough and fuel got lost during assembly. Now to the setup of the launch site. A big difference in this mission was to create thrust. This is visible as we can see that the rocket isn't taped on like on the first mission. Instead, I taped a plastic cone to the end of the steel block, and on the end of the rocket I leaned some steel plates for more safety, which I should have taped on, but rather to see if the fuel exhaust gases are hot enough or reacting to the same on concrete blocks, which are visible in the previous video. Now to the actual footage. I used some welded steel scraps made into a long tube and taped a toothpick on the end and ignited the toothpick. Video. Now to the actual footage. Okay, let's watch the clip. Now this happened rather quickly, so I created some other clips that are played in slow motion. So here we can see two viewpoints, a front view and a side view. Now to the firing. The fuse ignites slowly, but the igniter fuse ignites fast, like a warning shot. It was too unpredictable, so I wasn't really prepared for that. I actually waited till the countdown fuse, which is and the actual fuel ignites. This was way too fast, so I had to screenshot each important section of the burning. I cut this process into 5 frames. Here is each frame playing for 3 seconds. After the burning, we can hear some crackling. That is the igniter fuse that separated and the one that is still in the rocket. Thanks for watching.